Hello everyone, my name is Bjorn Valentine. I hope you're all having a dandy day. Today, I was able to interview the ever so amazing Mishka. For those who don't know, she is a pink Malamute suit maker, art maker, all around awesome person. And I was fortunate enough to be able to interview her and ask her a few questions about herself and the fandom and what the fandom means to her, etc., etc. With this interview, I hope to show and give recognition to people within the fandom. So, I present to you Mishka.
Hi, my name is Mishka. I'm 20 years old. I'm a furry freelance artist and as well as a fursuit maker. My company, my small business is called Warner Love Suits, and yeah. And I'm also a fursuiter too.
When did you start art in general?
I started art in general when I was around elementary school. Around 3rd to 4th grade, I started drawing. I started really gaining interest into Happy Tree Friends. And I know that's bad because that show's really gory and stuff, which is weird. But I really got interested in their character designs and stuff, and I used to draw them a lot. I was that kind of kid that actually went on the computer and traced with the paper and stuff, and I used to do that all the time, but then I incorporated from tracing into like a style, and then I decided to do my own characters. And I actually made characters off of what I really liked about that show, and it just kind of formed into drawing a lot of animals. And I like drawing animals, and my parents complained a lot that I wasn't drawing any humans, and I was like, but it's not fun, I like drawing animals better. So, yeah.
Why do you stay in the fandom?
I stay in the fandom because it honestly makes me very happy. It makes me go out of a very deep rut when I'm depressed, and I have my interest as being an artist, drawing animals. It makes me happy to see other people who draw their sonas and stuff, and it just makes me want to incorporate with that. And seeing fursuits and stuff, it makes me happy because people can express their own sort of way however they want, and without being in the fandom, I don't really have many friends whatsoever, and it just doesn't make an exciting life when I am not part of the fandom.
What is your definition of a furry?
My personal definition of a furry is a person who appreciates and acknowledges anthropomorphic characters, which are animals with human characteristics, such as standing up on 2 legs. And people who appreciate this kind of culture, because this kind of culture has been happening for thousands of years, actually, in old tribal art and stuff. And they incorporated gods, Egyptian gods, for example, with humanoid heads and human bodies. A lot of people incorporated that long ago, and people still do. You can see it in Disney movies and stuff. So people who really find that kind of culture really cool, I would say that would be a definition of a furry. And also a furry can incorporate physical art fursuits, and I would have to say actual artwork, music, fiction, anything else in regard. But yeah, a person who is a furry acknowledges this kind of thing and really appreciates anthropomorphic characters and people who also make their own persona, and I think it's really cool. And yeah.
What is your current day-to-day life as someone who has school, commissions, and personal life? How do you handle all of that?
As a college student at the moment, it's stressful to accompany and incorporate commissions such as fursuits and artwork to help me get money, because it's kind of my job within the fandom. If I didn't have the fandom in regards to the other question, I wouldn't have known where I was, I wouldn't have a stable, like, kind of job in a sense, a hobby. But it's stressful because you're trying to put everything together at once and trying to make time for one another. But school is obviously a priority, but you gotta realize that you have owed things for other people, and it just kind of puts you in a really bad mindset. You are unmotivated, you are stressed, extremely stressed, and it's just hard. But of course, once you find the time, you do your best to complete it and do your best to update to people, do your best to show like WIP photos, and then college classes I'm in, and I'm doing some art classes as well, so I have to do projects pertaining to art, and that kind of like messes with the whole cycle. So, but I'm trying my best at the moment. I'm trying my best to complete what I have, and I have my boyfriend and friends to help me and support me where I am, and I really appreciate that.
What artists in the fandom do you look up to? Suit makers and art.
Makers and artists that I look up to, I would say, okay, first of all, artists, I would have to say Artcore, Moth Sprout, let's see, Husky Dog, and let's see, and tons of other artists that I'm pretty sure I know, but their name is not coming to me. And for fursuit makers, Made for You, Don't Hack Cacti, Autumn Fallings, AK Multicolor Bark. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But I do really look up to Don't Hack Cacti, since I really loved their suits for so many years. And I really do want to get a suit from them, and I one day will save up the money to get either like Mishka or something into their style, incorporated to their style. And I've looked up to them since ever I came into the fandom, and that's one of the very few people that I saw their suits, like their creations from like 2009, 2010, because I was starting to discover the fandom around that time. And I didn't fully convert myself into the fandom until like 2011, so.
What do you see in the future for you and your art?
What I see in the future of me and my art is, I feel like, I don't know, at the moment, I feel like I'm getting nowhere, but maybe in the future I might be well known. I want to at least be like known by other people. I really want to be guest of honor one day, so I really want to at least help inspire and change people's like perception on like the furry fandom and stuff, and for them to join the fandom because of the inspiration and the happiness that they get from looking at my art. And I just really feel like maybe I'll get somewhere in the future and it'll be a happy one.
Is there anything we should keep a lookout for that you may be posting soon, such as art or suits, etc.?
In the future, around next year, I will be starting to do some pre-mades. Due to the fact that I have at least a couple commissions to do within my queue regarding fursuit wise, and I want to right after that make some pre-mades of a tanuki raccoon hybrid thing. I don't know, they look similar. A serval and a saber-toothed tiger I really want to do, so keep an eye out, y'all.
Alright, so next is going to be a quick flash round. I'm just going to be throwing questions at her. Hopefully, they become troublesome for her. What are your favorite Disney movies and why?
I have a few. I would have to say 101 Dalmatians, Zootopia, Robin Hood. Let's see. The Lion King. This is hard. Let's see. I mean, Pocahontas is pretty good too. Pocahontas is pretty good too. I think that's just about it.
Beans or floppy ears?
Being.
Cats or dogs?
Cats. Even though I'm a dog, but like I love cats. Dogs are kind of like a close second.
Your favorite furry YouTubers?
Fuck. I don't really watch furry YouTubers, but I would have to say like Otter Booty.
People you recommend to check out art-wise?
Canid Kisses and Skip Kid on Twitter.
What is your dream con to suit at?
DreamCon to fursuit at. MFF and BLFC.
What is the weirdest thing someone commissioned you for?
Age regression. If you know what that is. Like, it's a person, like, kind of like magically turning into a child within their clothes. Like, they shrink. I was literally paid $15 just for line arting, like, a photo. Like, doing my own thing. And it was, I got money for it. I got money for it. If anyone knows, like, Ryan Hill, he's disgusting, and he commissioned me for age regression. A line art of age regression. I got, like, $15 out of it.
Funny or interesting stories that happened to you at a con?
Funny or noteworthy? I mean, I have some pretty bad experiences, but then again. But I really liked when my boyfriend and I did the photo shoot for AC 2017, and it was really memorable. But I had a little downgrade of a suit of Mishka. I made it like last year, 2 years ago, and we did a photo shoot, and we were part of a music video as well. It was really cool, and I thought it was awesome. And also, as well as my boyfriend just going with me to a con for the first time, it was really memorable. And I've never had like a partner with me, especially one that I was dating and have a relationship with, and it was really fun. We were both tired out, but we had such an amazing time, and I wouldn't have asked for a better person to go with. A horrible thing that I had at a con was AC 2016, because it was very stressful for me, and I had to face someone that I just broke up with, obviously, and they were constantly like following me wherever I was going, and it was not fun. And I passed by them so many times, I gave them like a weird glare, and they looked upset, and I'm like, fuck you. You made my life worse. I don't want you around me. So at least they're not going to any cons anymore. And usually, another thing that usually happens I don't like is when people following me without like my consent or anything. They just are like, oh, I'm just gonna hang out with you, and they just kind of ruin it for me. I'm like, I don't want to be there with you. I don't fucking know you. I don't know you. And also another bad thing at a con that I had was a kind of bad news that I received back last year at Furry Delphi, which is in King of Prussia, Pennsylvania. And I received bad news right in front of like a lot of people, and I began bawling my eyes out while I was sitting down and people were passing by me, and I just heard really bad news. It's a personal issue, and I spent the entire con crying, and I wasn't really wanting to be part of the con, so that was a horrible experience. Another happy experience was, like, usually at every con I see little children, and I like it when they come up to me and like they think like I'm a real dog or like a real animal, even if they think I'm a cat or whatnot. I've been mistaken as a cat before. I'm like, I don't know how I look like a cat. But usually when the children come up to me and stuff, it's usually fun. And I hug them and get pictures, and that's usually really memorable. And it makes me happy because I can actually be part of like their imagination, kind of, you know? Another part was when I first went to AC 2015. That was my first con ever to go to, and I honestly had a really good time. Otter Booty was there with me, like Frankie. He was one of my very first like friends to go with me, and we roomed together, and we had such a great time, and I wouldn't have asked for a better person to be with me at the first time of being there. And I mean, I didn't really go to many cons, so I have yet to experience a little bit more.
Where you can find all of Mishka's amazing art and work and ways to communicate with her.
You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram by the username Pinkwolf, and you can also like talk to me on Facebook, which you can call me as Summer Parker. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate the interview. See ya.
Don't forget that subscription and to hit that bell so you know whenever I come out with a new video. I hope to see you guys next time, and don't forget to stay dandy. Also, I almost forgot to mention, she also designed these amazing icons that I use to animate myself, so you guys can understand what expressions I'm using. So if it weren't for her, you wouldn't be seeing my Sona talking to you right now. So if you ever get the chance, and if she's available, I 100% recommend missioning her. Her work is amazing. She's a really hard worker. I sit down and I watch her work on this all the time. She's so dedicated to her work. So check her out. There's so many different platforms. I'll leave links down below. Give her a ring.